It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Zaire Franklin, owner of 64 tackles, coming into this game. It's the Colts and the Lions, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Oates up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to
5. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, the number 4 overall pick in 2023, had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his second year in the NFL out of Florida.
When we sat down with him.
Now Richardson. This one caught just past the pylon. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field.
From the gun, Richardson. That one, taken in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand.
And goal. Richardson going to look to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Colts. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third?
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it. He talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment.
This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Now, Goff. And he is going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion works, and we've got ourselves a tie game.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2, get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win for the Colts. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.